Hello everyone and welcome to another Lost Sector. This time we're in the Europa, so if you head over to Europa here and then spawn in the crossing, head up north and you'll see right here, Perdition. Let's see here. Legend Sector is Barrier Overload, Threat is Arc, Shields are Arc and Void. And don't know what the... Is it legs today? It is chest. Okay, cool. So while we load in, I'll show you what I'll be running for this run. I do appreciate everyone watching the last video, so hopefully that was helpful. Almost the same thing from yesterday's video. Thread of mind, thread of generation, thread of isolation, and thread of continuity. Let me cross here. Weapons will be Austria Striga for the overload, this one for the barrier, and then I'm using Fire and Forget. I probably won't be using that as well. There was a comment on the last video of what kind of my armors and as my artifact, so we'll take a little bit extra time and we'll go through this here. My primary damage is going to be my Kinetic, which is the Austria Striga, so I'm going to just pretty much focus Kinetic build. So there's the Kinetic here, then with some heavy finders right there. Arms are going to be with melee because we want that debuff, and also tick damage. Cause damage with melee attack, reduces your cooldown, so we're pretty much jumping between cooldowns of grenade and cooldowns of melee with this build here, and then focusing strike. Chest piece is Kinetic Reserve, so we can have more ammo in the mag and then charged up. Let's see here. Grenade, Discipline, stacks on stacks, Kinetic Force, Weapon Surge ×2. And the final class one is the Time Dilation and Outreach, because since we're going to be using blue mods versus yellow mods, that reduces the armor duration and all that. I like the timers for when we get a flight or something. Thankfully, we don't have a match game, which used to be in the last season. They did a revamp on that. So, for those who are just joining, that match game basically is like you could do little to no damage to ads that have that you were using against. So let's say you were using a void weapon against arc shields, it was pretty much useless. But with this no match game anymore, it's a little bit easier. It's still challenging, but it's definitely easier to do things. But if you do have a weapon that has some element to it, it's definitely easier, but it's not necessary. Again, I'm trying to just keep my grenade charged up, so when things we won't be able to do here because they're charging me right now. But once we get a little bit closer with enemies, they'll be able to group up, and then we'll start seeing the fireworks go off. So we're going to keep our Weaver's trance up. Going to see if I can push this guy out. Try not to get hit. There you go. Get some crits on him. Let's see here. There we go. So as you can see, I'm not really needing my arc pulse rifle. Alright, we'll suspend you. And as you can see, even though suspend is unstoppable, you can still get this guy locked up. And it's great. Bam. Get some heavy back. Amazing. Let's go. Yeah, this guy's gonna be an annoyance, so let's see if we can pop our super. There we go. Get you out of the way. Oh, we suspended someone. Nice. So that is that. And this is another lost sector that's not too bad. You have to be careful because there are wyverns and overloads that will definitely teleport into you, but if you are aware they exist, you can just take it slow this lost sector is not a bad one to have. Yep, so just be aware like that. See how, thankfully I was pre-firing. But, yeah, that guy's a little bit scary. Okay, not good. Alright, I stunned him. Now I can execute. Nice. Also, you'll need to watch out for there's snipers on the upper left here. You'll just need to be careful with that. Overall, it's not a bad lost sector. You might have some issues with barriers though. That's the thing I am not concerned, but might have some issues with. Yeah, because those bolts hurt. They definitely hurt. And there are two of them, so if you're trying to focus on one, the other one might come and try to snipe you out. So let's see if we can. Let's get some damage on you. Okay, let's retreat. Because there's that Wyvern I was mentioning. We have our super coming up soon. Let's bully you. There we go. So what I'm thinking is that since we get our super back fairly quickly, we should, I'm thinking of just blasting one of those barrier champs just to get them out of the way so we have a little bit of room, breathing room to work with. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm not seeing his crit spots, so let's just use our Astriga, get him down. Yeah, let's bola that. Oh, missed my bola. Okay. You are good, sir. Okay. Alright, so there's the barrier right there. Got some heavy drops as well. We'll wait for our grenade to go up a little bit. And then we have our melee back, which is good. Alright, we're going to suspend you. Get some damage in. Yeah, let's use this pillar as cover. Okay, good. We got our melee grenade back. Keep you suspended up in the air. Let's back up a little bit. Make sure we're not going to expose ourselves. Easy. Easy life. Okay, cool. Let's get these guys. There's a barrier. We jump back up. Cool. Let's get our grenade back and we'll do the same thing. So let's just use this pillar as cover. Cool. Let's run. And we're gonna bola. Hello. Damage. And we can go from there. Thankfully the barrier's not behind us, not gonna pop until we kill this last one. So it gives us a little bit of time to breathe. There we go. Now we'll need to, there's going to be waves of adds, and so we'll just use the stairs as well as that cylinder right there, that container, just so we don't get pushed too far. Yep, so I'm planning on doing this. If you are watching this video at this point in time, thank you. I do plan on doing every lost sector until we get to the first video, just so you can see the playthrough and how these guys work. Wow, that was good damage right there. Good, good. Again, keeping our Weaver's Call up, that way we can suspend. Oh man, we didn't quite get flawless, but hey, we already got our flawless stuff, so Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. The important thing is we're getting a lost sector complete, which is on legendary difficulty. So it looks like a boss guy is out. So we can... Alright, so no reds on our screen. And we can just walk on by. And there we go. Platinum still, even though we died. But there is a lost sector complete. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.